we are saying that previously, as of Q2, we had reported that our economy had grown by 1.2%. And in this regard, we have revised it to 1.1%. And where are the areas of revisions? We are seeing that general government services went up by 0.4%. In terms of changes, and 0.4 percentage points, and indeed 0.2 percentage points for construction. And we see that there are those that had no changes, but those that went down were manufacturing, 0.2 percentage points down, 0.3 percentage points down, finance and real estate, as well as mining and quarry that went 0.9 percentage points down. Now, let us look at our GDP for the third quarter 2021. Our GDP for the third quarter of 2021 went down by 1.5%. And the year-on-year is 2.9%, and the 9 months to 9 months is 5.8%. Where were we in the last quarter and where are we now? We will remember that in the second quarter, we were sitting at 1.131 billion in terms of real GDP. And here we are tracking the impact of COVID. As of this quarter 3 of 2021, we are sitting at 112 billion rands. And in that regard, we are saying that we are sitting at a point where we were as of the first quarter of 2016. We will remember that in the last quarter, we had been moved to where we were in the fourth quarter of 2017. Now we are backwards again. So we can see that the impact of COVID remains. Now, if you remember where we were in the first quarter of 2020, we were sitting at 1.147 trillion and we dropped to about 947 billion, and we rose again. And indeed, here we dropped slightly from the previous quarter, sitting now at 1.112 trillion. Let us look at the time series. In terms of the time series, we can see that those sharp points of the second quarter 2020 as well as the third quarter of 2020, where we dropped and went up, will remain with us in the history of our time series. And as of the right-hand side, we can see we are sitting now at negative 1.5%. Now, when we look at industries in terms of growth, we can see that the biggest growth was recorded in finance, with a contribution of 0.3 percentage points and having grown at 1.2%. It was followed by personal services, which had recorded a contribution of 0.1 percentage points and having grown at 0.5%. When we come to the losses in terms of the negative growths and the negative contributions, we can see that trade contributed strongest in the negative, at negative 0.7 percentage points and having grown or decreased at 5.5%. And of course, it's followed by manufacturing having contributed a negative of 0.5 percentage points and indeed having grown in the negative 4.2%, followed by agriculture, a contribution of negative 0.4 percentage points and the growth in the negative 13.6%.